situation with a calculation of pi.
Hello. Hello. We're starting right on the dot. For once. Yay! I've got everything ready. Actually, I was waiting here, just watching the clock, being like, oh, I don't really have time to do anything else. Except wait here for you lovely people, which is wonderful. Welcome back to another Solitary Sunday live stream. I'm Andy. This is Get Gaming. For anyone that is new here, watching this after the fact, I probably will be linking this whole stream series that we're doing starting today on the BGG for this. So I have this mystery envelope. Ooh. But you see the title of this video, you already know. We are playing Ada Lovelace, Legacy of the Analytical Engine. Sorry. So for those of you that don't know, and after the fact, I probably will link to my original playthrough of Ada Lovelace Consulting Mathematician, which is print and play roll and write, probably my favorite print and play roll and write, to be honest. And it was one of my first playthrough videos on the channel, actually. So I'll link that in the description after the fact, probably. You know, some of the tech was still really rough back in those days. Makes me feel better about where we're at now, to be honest. But I still think that video was pretty well put together, and gives you a good overview of the game, the original game. So this is the sequel to that game. It is a legacy version of the game. So Ada Lovelace is now not just a consulting mathematician, she is a consulting globe-trotting investigatoress. So for those of you that don't know your history of great women in STEM, Ada Lovelace is the person that she invented AI before computers even existed. That's what her analytical engine is. It's a theoretical artificial intelligence. So she's this lovely lady. You might see her in the thumbnail of this video. She's the daughter of Lord Byron, actually, for you English geeks out there. And yeah, she was she created basically the first theoretical programming language, which she called her analytical engine. So her and Charles Babbage collaborated on quite a few things, and he ended up taking a lot of credit for a lot of it for a very long time. But there's been much more of a movement, especially in England, lately, to recognize her contributions to math, science, and computer programming. So really cool. If you should definitely, if you haven't read any of her writings and letters of Babbage and stuff, they're really fascinating if you're into the history of science, especially female scientists and mathematicians. So the lovely Robin David, who's Irish. Hello, Robin. If he's watching this after the fact, probably. I tagged him on Twitter. Hopefully he will know that this exists pretty soon. Probably once I start posting a bunch of videos on the page of one of his games, he will notice. But we are doing the whole campaign of this as a play-along. So if you look in the description box, I actually have a link to Robin's itch.io, which if you don't know about that website, board gamers, you should get on it. It's mostly where a lot of indie video game developers will people will post the sort of free or mostly free files there for short in development games, or a lot of when people do a lot of what do they call those, jams? They do the 24-hour or week-long make a video game kind of sessions. They'll post stuff on there. But there's also a lot of board game content. A lot of people post print and plays on itch. So definitely check it out if you're not already on the pulse of that. But this is $5 on there. Most of his games often are free or pay what you want. This one, I kind of understand why he did it $5, because, spoilers. Just not the spoilers spreading all over BGG. Also, it's good to pay your creators, And $5 is super cheap, even by roll and write standards. So, we're going to play for the whole thing. I know Joe from the Discord was very interested in the stream, so I tried to tag him on Discord. Hopefully he'll see this pop up in his stream and he'll be like, oh. So if you're watching this after the fact, Joe, you can still play along. And even if other people are watching this after the fact and you don't have the print and play files, you can also use this as a play along. So it's pretty similar. My understanding, I haven't actually played for it yet. We're playing it together. And money discoveries will be made. I did read through the rules. And I have glanced through all the chapters, so I already know what the solution to the mystery is. So I'll try not to reveal it before the end, because it's pretty spicy, by the way. But we're probably going to read through some of the flavor text, and then I will just review very briefly the general rules that will apply for each map, which are the same rules from the original game. So for those that are not familiar with the original game. So, we have to set the scene. I have my coffee, by the way. This is my, this is the only, badass woman cup I could find. RBG. Super Diva. She's working out. She's got her little weights and stuff. There you go. I need one of those. I have a flag up on the wall. It's the Princess Leia Resist flag that I got when I worked at Women's March a really long time ago. I think it was during COVID, or no, it was before COVID, because it was right after the Trump's election. Yeah, I need to get a cup version of that, even though I'm more of a Trekkie. But then if I just had, you know, Kira from Deep Space Nine on here, people would be like, what? Resist? Who? The Cardassians! So let's get into it. I always like doing a dramatic reading, and actually I have a Zoom for this. We'll probably be on the Zoom for the vast majority of this, just so you guys can see a little bit better. Maybe you could even read along. We'll try to facilitate such things. Extra, extra, Mr. X strikes again. In a clear statement that no music... I probably shouldn't try to do a bad British accent right now. Like, my former diction coach is going to get on me. So, but I think I'm just going to do it because I just can't resist, you know? That's more fun. This is, you know... In a clear statement that no museum is safe from his mechanisms, Mr. X has pilfered from yet another British Institute of History. We're gonna do it. It has emerged that Mr. X made a midnight visit to Lord and Lady Wycroft's manor on the 23rd of this month. The manor halls function as an invitation-only museum. You probably can see it better this way. Frequented by some of the most learned minds in Britain, and containing a cornucopia of foreign historical artifacts. Lord Wycroft reports the theft of Pythagoras' fibula, and several rare and important texts, which were all kept in Lord Wycroft's study. As ever, Mr. X left his signature on the scene, a bright red X painted on the wall. The theft follows similar crimes this month, notably the robberies at Sir John Sloane's Museum in Holborn and at the Wallace Collection in Manchester Square. Each time Mr. X left his ominous signature. The museum community continues to reel at the mercy of this unstoppable thief, and Scotland Yard seems utterly stumped. We ask, is anybody up to the task of apprehending Mr. X, or must his reign of terror continue unabated? Dramatic, indeed. So, the rules to Ada Lovelace, Legacy of the Analytical Machine, are very similar to Ada Lovelace Consulting Mathematician. I'm not going to read all of this. There is also a sort of prelude to this print and play called Ada Lovelace Saves Christmas. So, oh hi Hannah. Okay, bye Hannah. She has an economy exam. I thought you were done with school. Well, anyway, thanks for saying hi, Hannah. I'm in a really epic rematch of Dragonheart with her right now, so you can always watch after the fact. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow too. Oh, I didn't mention, guys. There's 10 chapters to this legacy campaign, by the way. So I'm streaming today the first 2 chapters. Monday will be the next 2. Me and Rich are doing creature comforts on Tuesday, so don't expect this on Tuesday. But I'll be back with this on Wednesday, skipping Thursday just because slog. And then I'll be doing 2 more chapters on Friday, and then I should be finishing the campaign. There's 9 chapters, but the last chapter is kind of like a 2-parter, so I'll do that next Sunday. Then the Sunday after that, I figured we'd do Ada Lovelace Loves Christmas because it's Christmas Eve. I'll be doing it in the afternoon of Christmas Eve, so I don't know if people will be able to tune in or not, but if you want to, you can. Continuing education, yes, that's important. I was thinking of taking a graphic design course to be helpful. Valid info for doing this stuff. But yes, Mazel Tov, Hannah. So yes, I'll be streaming like almost basically every other day for the next week. So feel free to tune in then. Yes, so this is the game itself is like 30 minutes. I hope these chapters don't take more than 30 minutes each, because my plan was to be done this before 3. But anyway, so pretty similar to the other one. All you really have to do is print this out. And it also says, there's a setup, print all attached sheets. Color is unnecessary, but the maps, the color isn't necessary for the maps, but it's just nice to have. It's more visually pleasing, but you can totally do this print and play in black and white. It doesn't make things harder to see necessarily. Bye, Hannah. Thank you. So it also says, though, that you should grab a pair of scissors and glue. I couldn't find any glue sticks, so I'm going to be using Mod Podge and a brush. I hope that works. If it doesn't work today, I'll have to go and get some glue. Because, I think after every chapter we're going to be, there's a separate page for the conclusion with flavor text, and then it has things we're supposed to cut out and paste on our character sheet. So it's a polynomial game. I'll go over that in a minute. This is all pretty much exactly the same as how it works in Ada Lovelace. Though he's updated some of the symbology here, so there's some things for the dice that we're going to be spending. He has some updated symbology, but we'll go over that as we go. So for the campaign, after each level, we'll read the relevant chapter conclusion page, which that gives us the story. Otherwise, the game is, pretty abstract. And then we'll be instructed which items to record on our character sheet. I believe so here's the character sheet. So we have a little star system here. Stars will be updated. I don't know how well you can see. It's pretty light in the gray. But we're going to be pasting, I think, things here. And then these are abilities. So extra abilities we might gather along the way. Here's things to mark off for checking off our evidence, which I think will matter in the final chapter. So we probably want to try to collect as much evidence as possible. And then this dice wheel is pretty much identical to the base game. This is actually looking pretty good on camera. I'm very pleased with that. Because, so anything else we need to know about? So in subsequent levels, items on your character sheet may modify how you can investigate each level. Some levels also have unique rules, which are explained on the map sheet. So I'm going to try to be really good about not missing anything as we do this. Because if you watched a couple of our recent streams, we've had some really big rules boo-boos lately, which is just, obviously we're still new to streaming, so these things will happen. But I'm trying to do a little bit better preparing on this one. But that means you'll have to bear with me. I just am going to be doing various reading aloud, but that will help if you're sort of going through it yourself. So anything else? Even before starting the game, you might have earned a bonus ability. In that case, glue it on your character sheet. So if you're playing this on your own, feel free to play Ada Lovelace Saves Christmas first, because it does have an unlockable ability that you can use at the start of this campaign. That's why I said it's kind of a prelude. I'm doing it after just because the timing works perfectly for Christmas. And probably I have a feeling I might want to play for this campaign again. I mean, for a legacy game, you just have to reprint the whole thing out. It's super easy, resettable. Obviously, it's a legacy game you can play time and time again. Some of the maps are really interesting. But after each level, you'll need to record the evidence you collected. That's all pretty obvious. So I think we're ready to get into it. So feel free, if you're doing the play along, to take time to kind of read through this. I mean, I'm assuming if you are playing this legacy version, you've played the original before, so you can kind of skip through quite a few things. And if you haven't played the original before, definitely check out my playthrough video on it. I think I actually did a pretty good job teaching it in that one. I did play the original again last night, also to review a little bit, so I'm not doing this totally cold. And I got my highest score ever. I didn't quite solve the mystery, but I got close. So I was like, oh, okay, I remember how this game is played. It's basically just a polynomial game, so it's pretty straightforward for the most part. Hi, Tim. Thank you, Tim. I hope you'll be able to stick around with us for a while today. And I don't know what your work schedule is like during the week, but yeah, I'm going to be streaming this pretty much every other day this week is the plan. So let's read some more flavor text, because apparently, oh, by the way, Robin says, while you were reading these rules, a letter arrived for you by express courier. Express courier? Like a pigeon? Dear Miss Lovelace, I'm sure by now that you have read reports of the robbery at my home. I'm not sure why I'm reading this so deeply. Actually, this is this letter is not from a man, but whatever. Maybe she's a very masculine man. Masculine woman. I must confess, I am utterly shook by the crime. Will no collector be safe? Will Mr. X return when he needs another item? Etc. I heard of your exceptional deduction performance at the Archimedes Museum, and am told of your unique interests and skills in the mathematical arts. I believe there is a pattern to Mr. X's crimes. Well, that's important because she highlighted it in red. And that this pattern will be of the utmost interest to you. I beg your audience at Wycroft Manor. You shall be my guest in order to investigate the crime scene and to hear my theories in regards to Mr. X's crimes. Yours in anticipation, Lady Wycroft. Well, chicks before dicks, Lady Wycroft. So let's get started on our first one. I have my dice tray over to the side here. You only roll at the beginning of each of the 5 rounds, so it doesn't really need to be in the Zoom. Hopefully we got everything in here so you guys can see things. I might put my folder away unless it makes it seem like we're doing investigating. That could be cute. Meets Rocky Horror. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the best English accent in the world. I've actually I've done several plays where I've had to do like a British accent, but I'm like super rusty. Okay. So what's happening in this one? Chapter 1, Wycroft Manor. Wycroft Manor is the opulent home of Lord and Lady Wycroft, both of whom are prominent collectors of mathematical texts. The couple awoke today to find the study ransacked, and a brooch belonging to Pythagoras was stolen, along with several important books. Waste no time in your investigation, Ada, as Lady Wycroft has other important information to share. ... Mysterious, is it not? Okay. So, for those of you that don't know this game, this is a roll and write. So you need 6 dice. You have to provide your own dice, obviously, other than printing it out. And you'll need a pen. Okay. And that's pretty much it. I think there is a printout sheet for this for a dice tower, but I was like, oh, I'm not going to make a dice tower out of paper. I guess I need to 3D print it, maybe. I don't know, actually. I was... couldn't find the files on my computer, so I was like, okay, well, we're just using the dice tray. That's fine. So you roll your dice at the beginning, and then you're going to put them on this reserve sheet here. Well, you're only supposed to roll 2 at a time, by the way. Actually, I should say. So technically, you don't need to roll at the beginning of the round. I take that back. See, I'm already getting things wrong. You really only roll them 2 at a time, which I guess I don't really technically need the dice tray for. And you put them in your reserve to start. Actually, I think all the dice just start in the reserve and then you just roll them. That's how it works. So you start by rolling 2 dice. I've rolled them quite a few times now, sorry. So now we have 3 and 3 to work with. So then you're going to be using this dice wheel to be able to write these shapes into the various areas of the board. And the goal of the game is not just to fill, you're not trying to fill like the whole thing necessarily, but you're trying to fill up each room and surround these different pieces of evidence. So like each room is a certain number of points. So in this one we got a study over here. We have Lady Wycroft's drawing room. We have the Great Hall in the middle here. Kitchens, Lord and Lady Wycroft's bedroom, and a lounge. So pretty nondescript. In the original one, the mathematical sort of puns are a little bit more, but there are even better puns coming up in this campaign, by the way. But this one's pretty nondescript. So in each one is a certain number of points. Like if I completely fill the study, it's 8 points. If I completely fill Lord and Lady Wycroft's bedroom, it's 4 points. The kitchens are 7, etc., etc. Now, in addition, anytime I completely surround these pieces of evidence printed here, and each time I surround them, I'll be able to circle the corresponding icon here on the side, and if I then meet a certain condition, I can unlock that ability. So I circle it first to sort of unlock the ability, but I can't use the ability until I pay certain die values. So you always need to use 2 die in order to unlock these once you've surrounded them here. And they have different criteria. So he's using slightly, or maybe it's probably the same iconography he used in the original, actually. So I think this one is 2 die that are the same, equal sign, seems pretty obvious. These ones that have the little plus / -1, I need consecutive die, so like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, etc. The plus, okay, we're going to have to review on his sheet, his iconography, because I think in the original it also has text clarifying them under. The plus is, spend 2 die that equal one of these numbers. So in this case, I would need 2 die equaling either 11 or 12. This one, I would need 2 die either equaling 2 or 3. I think these single ones, I just need a die that's either 1, 2, or 3, or die that's 4, 5, or 6. Then these ones, I need 2 die that equal 7 for those. And so those will unlock different things for me. So like this one, once I surround it here, circle it here, and then pay the die, I will immediately move up to 3 dice from the unused pile to my reserve pile. That's good because that will extend the round. And there's only 5 rounds in the game. And I only have so much time to, you know, fill stuff up and get points. So this one, these pieces of evidence all let me gain 2 wild shapes. So that's the only way to be able to use these shapes in the center, which are really good for filling in awkward gaps. So I didn't explain, but basically whenever you place a die on this dice wheel, you get to take the shape on either side of the dice. That's how that kind of works. Pretty easy peasy, actually. Back to here. So these shapes let me place one of these big shapes. So this is like a block of 3 and 3, and this is a straight line of 5. So those can be useful. You know, timing when and where you use them is kind of important, but they can really help you fill up some of the bigger rooms, especially. These 2 down here gain 2 opportunities to re-roll unused dice. So some of these things are immediate. So like the moment, the turn that you pay the dice is when you have to use some of them, like this one, and this one. This one, oh yeah, you have to place the wild shapes immediately. In the original game, you had the little check boxes. So like these down here, gain 2 opportunities to repay the die, but I don't have to use it immediately. I can use that ability later, which is helpful. Sorry, I was lagging for a second. So also score an additional 7 points at the end of the game. Yeah, that's sort of, I pay that, whatever. So yeah, so unlike in the base game, I can't just pay for these ones here. Not sure what they're called. They're not labeled, but it looks like a vase, and is that some kind of paintbrush thing? No. They're not all labeled. I wish they were labeled here. That would be nice. I see a fishbowl, an abacus, a lamp, some kind of ball, a bracelet. Whatever this is. That almost looks like those Klingon swords. There's an alarm clock, a diamond ring, and a little horse figurine. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, like I was saying, in the original game, once you unlock the corresponding thing for unlocking the wild shapes, you have 2 check boxes, so you can kind of place them whenever you need to. This one, you have to time it a little bit better, so that'll be a little bit tricky. And there's not this ability about moving 3 dice from the used pile back to the reserve will be very helpful. As you will see, things go really fast in this game. Okay, and then at the end of the game, every piece of evidence is 2 points. I get the points for any completed rooms. They might have some other scoring criterias. I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. And then this one, if I unlock one of these abilities, it's 3 points for each. If I complete these with all the die values, then I'll get 7 points each. So it's very hard to get both of either one of these, and certainly not all 4, but we will see what we can do, because those are really good for boosting your score. Because we are not going to complete all the rooms. It is close to physically impossible to complete all the rooms. But I'm not saying it is impossible. Oh, why is my phone buzzing? Rich is trying to call me right now. I don't know why. I'm in the middle of this stream. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So we will just do our best. So I rolled this 3 and 3. Okay. Then put them in my reserve. The little die there. One second, guys. Little Lucy's just wondering what's going on. He doesn't know. He's confused. So I could place my die here, and then I'll have access to one of these two shapes. So, where do I want to start? Well, Lady Wycroft has written some helpful notes here on the map of her house. Thanks for that, lady. I wonder what her first name is. Lady Wycroft. We'll call her Lucy. Lady Lucy. The thief didn't touch Lady Wycroft's jewelry. Oh, well, this is the jewelry. Okay, cool. What's going on in the Great Hall? What is the strange weapon? Something from Wycroft's travels, perhaps? It totally looks like Worf's, like, blade. I forgot what it's called from Next Generation. But, anyway. While I understand Lord and Lady Wycroft's upset feelings, those artifacts should have been in a public museum. Oh, these are my notes. Sorry, these are Ada's notes. Oh, salty Ada. Hashtag it belongs in a museum. Okay, Indiana Jonesa. Study. I suspect that a more thorough search of the study may be worthwhile. I see abacus. I think Ada is strongly hinting that we really want to complete this. Also, I might have read the conclusion of this chapter already last night in preparation for this, so I know that we want to complete the study. So yeah, which shape seems best for this? I'm liking, I would like to unlock that. What does the abacus do? Oh, that lets me move 3 dice. I think this one, maybe. And I like to do X's. Maybe you like to color stuff in. Or use colored pencils or stuff. Hi, Rich. Rich can finally post in the chat again. So we have Rich here. He's been having issues with the Sunday streams of being able to get in the chat. But there he is. Here, you and Tim can talk while I try to solve mysteries. So this is good. I find this shape is really good for just, wedging around these things. I do want to unlock that abacus as soon as possible. And then once you use the shape, you just move your die to the use thing. Once we're used all 6 die, then we will be ticking off these boxes here for each 10 minutes. So we're starting at, usually I start on the bottom and go to the top. I guess we're supposed to start at the top and go towards the bottom. So we're starting at 9 a.m. and we have till 1 p.m. Okay. No overnights at the Wycroft Manor, apparently. Or maybe I just spent the night and this is I woke up, I had breakfast, my full English breakfast, and I'm ready to start investigating. That's what's happening. There's a little scoring box up here. So total for rooms, get 2 points for the evidence, then any points from bonuses. So there you go. A nice little thing here. I like this box better than in the original where it has it here. It doesn't really have space and you're just kind of writing your numbers off to the side. Okay. So there's my first shape. I have another 3, so I'll have to take one of these shapes. I think I'm going to use this little L. And boom! I've surrounded the abacus on my first 2 die, which is always good. So now I will get 2 points for that at the end of the game, but also I'm going to need to get 2 die that are the same value. Just double check that's what that means, right? It must. Yes, die that have the same value. Okay. So we unlock that. So we're going to need die that are the same value. So now we have to re-roll, or roll 2 more die. Put them in our reserve. More 3s. We'll see, because I'm rolling so many 3s. Why don't I have one of these be 3? I mean, 3 and 4 are the most common rolls, right? So I want to get that abacus going soon. The more I can extend this first one, the more I'll have time to fill things in. I do want to get these wild shapes as well, though. So that's going to be this lamp, ball, and bracelet. So I might want to go in there, get her bracelet. That might be easy-ish to surround. The lamp is here. That's probably even easier to surround. The ball is in the lounge. Lady Wycroft's drawing room is worth more points. It's bigger. The diamond ring is also in there, which is worth points at the end of the game. So, chicks before dicks. Let's go there and use this shape. Boom. So, I should definitely be able to get this surrounded. Post haste. Okay, we're rolling more. Here, I'll show you. It's fun to see die rolls, right? Hey, another 3. And a 2. So that means I'm going to use this 3 to unlock this. You want to know why? Boop, 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 boop. I'll still need to re-roll them. I think I need to re-roll them immediately, actually. And then I have a 2. Oh, well, I think I still have to re-roll them 2 at a time. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm just doing extra rolling for no reason. So I have this 2. So, if I could surround that bracelet right now and start working on getting some wild shapes, that would be nice. Can I use this like that? It's always hard with this one. So, I didn't mention, but you can flip, mirror, rotate, whatever you want to do with these shapes as long as you maintain their integrity. This one is still perfect there, though. I like the shape. The shape is surprisingly useful. This is a very good polynomial game because these shapes are very well thought out for the kind of puzzle that you're doing here. So we unlocked the bracelet. So I'm going to need to get 2 consecutive die values to pay here on that one. Okay. We're still in the first round and we get to re-roll. Or just roll. You always roll 2 die at a time. I keep on like trying to roll at the beginning or roll other times. I'm just roll happy. So don't mind that. You only roll when you're using your 2 die. By the way. I mean, I want to keep them on my reserve here. But that's the reserve of die. You're still rolling them. Just because they're in the reserve doesn't mean you can't re-roll them. Yes, Rich so lovingly printed these out. He has a color printer. I do not at his place. So, yes, it definitely pops on camera, baby, don't you think? Okay, so 2 and 2. Should I use one of those 2s on the bracelet or just try to keep filling things out? What would be some other... Which rooms seem that they'll be easier to fill? These ones will be easier to fill, 4 and 6. I want to surround as much evidence as possible, I think. Should be my goal. Why don't we... These kitchens seem like they'll be good to fill in. What does the fishbowl do? Oh, that's another one where I get to move things. So I think to move 3 die back into the reserve extends my round. So I think I will do this one, and I have to use this shape because that one will not fit in there. We'll do it like that. Seems good. Can't fit this in there. This one wouldn't help me surround it. Maybe I'll start trying to surround something else. Like more wild shapes. Maybe this ball. Or the lamp. Yeah, if I do... Now, if I try to do this shape here. Like that. It's this shape. And then did this shape. But then I'd have one in there. And there's no... You'll notice there's no just single... Just X out a single thing. Single box. So I probably don't want to do that there. Let's use it to surround this ball like this. So I've played the original game enough times to know how this puzzle works. Like, you want to avoid just having one single box hole like the plague. Okay, so you have to think a couple shapes ahead for some of these things, or you'll end up not being able to complete a room. And if that happens with the really big rooms and you're that close to completing it, it's awful. Like, if you complete at least like 3 rooms, you're doing okay. 4 or 5 rooms is better. I've never completed all of the rooms. I know it might be mathematically possible, but I kind of doubt it. Okay, so I use that one too. So we roll this one. You just roll as you use. So there's only 1 die left, so obviously I'm not rolling 2 die. So you only roll when you're using 2 die at a time. 2 die at a time. 5. Okay, well, something different. I think I want to surround more evidence right now. This... we cannot fit that there. Boo. Do I want to work on the diamond ring maybe? Try to complete Lady Wycroft's drawing room. I think maybe I want to surround this ball here, maybe. I could use this shape here. That'd be nice. Can I start on the lamp? Surrounding the lamp, maybe? I mean, this would go nicely here, actually. Boop. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so that's the first round. It's now 10 o'clock. So you just move the dice back into your reserve like that. And then you roll 2. Oh my god, Rich keeps asking Tim where you're from, and we keep telling him and he keeps forgetting. You have to understand, Tim. He's old. My adorable dino. I do love it so. Okay, I have a 1 and a 6. Now, I may want to start unlocking some wild shapes, or just keep filling. This hole here, this study's really bugging me. But if I unlock the wild shapes, I have to use them immediately in this chapter. So maybe I want to wait on that and just use one of these shapes. Well, I know I want to get this ball going. And then I think I want to surround all the evidence that will give me the wild shapes and then just pay for them in the last half of the game. Rich just realized that he loves the sound of my voice. Well, you're not the only one. I mean, I did work professionally as an operatic singer. Yeah, I always sound more calm during Solitary Sunday because it's just me. I'm just chillaxing. I always have a lower tone. Also, this mic is better. I'm kind of glad we switched back to the Zoom, The fishbowl is the one that lets me move dice I've used back into my reserve. So that basically means that instead of getting to use 6 die during the turn, I'll get to use 9 die values during the turn. So it's really good. I've already used 1. So yeah, Rich is right. Yeah, I need to get that fishbowl. So I'm going to use the one for this, I think. Or maybe that one. No, I can't fit that one there because... Oh, I can fit that one there. Duh. Okay, I'm going to use that. Because I can go like the 2. Oh, that's perfect. And then it goes in the used. Okay. I'm liking all the evidence we're unlocking. What is the... this lets me re-roll unused die. I mean, sometimes the rolls in this game can, you know, limit you. It's not the most frustrating thing. I generally find that just re-rolls can be useful in the right context, though, because you never know what's going to happen. Especially if you're stuck with shapes that you're like, I don't know where to place this. Generally, if you're being smart, if you're Tetrising, you shouldn't need to do too much re-rolling, I would think. But who knows? Mileage may vary. Who knows what will happen? I think I want to get all these wild shape bits of evidence is what I think I need to do. So I'm going to use this shape here. And again, I'm not doing a lot of mirroring, but you can mirror these shapes, by the way, and rotate them. I'm not doing any crazy rotations mostly, but you know. So there's that. So we surrounded the ball. Okay, next I'm going to try to surround the lamp, I think. And just get those. Because just unlocking them, it gets you the 2 points, but you can't use it until you pay with the other die values. 4 and 4. Those are 2 of the same. But I have less than 3 to move right now. So I don't want to use this just yet. I could put it in one of these spots here for unlocking things. It might be a good idea to use now while it's still relatively early in the game. Ish. I mean, round 2 of 5. It's not crazy early, but because these are 2 the same. Do you really need both of these? Now, this one would be perfect to fill in there, but I mean, I could use. You know what? I think I am going to use this 4 and 4 and put them here. Just start working on some wild shapes. So, I can't remember. I would need to check the rules real quick, but when you commit to writing a number here, I think this needs to be either plus, is this plus or minus 1? So for consecutive values, it could be 5 and 4, right? I don't need to flip them around. I might need to double check the rules on that, but like, do I absolutely need a 3 or can I still put a 5 here? I'm pretty sure I can put a 3 or a 5 because it says plus or minus 1, you know? I think it still has to be, oh, it says consecutive, so maybe that does need to be a 3. But 3 and 4 are the most common dice rolls, statistically speaking, so I'm going to stick with that. That is making the second round go a little more quickly than I would like. But that's fine. 1 and 5. Okay, got more access to shapes. So I think I'm going to just surround the lamp. The more evidence, the better. And then for my 5, see, yeah, then I could have used these on one of these. It says consecutive values. Let me just see if the rules will help me clarify this action. If you fill the boxes appropriately, players activated the beach ball by filling. They've begun to. He wants 3 and 4, so I think which side you put it on does kind of matter in this case. It's hard to plan for, so I think I do need a 3 there. So now that I put the 4 there, I need a 3. Exactly. Okay. So then I should use the 5 to fill something in. Maybe we want to surround one of these shapes. Maybe we want to think about filling a room too. You know what? I'm going to use this shape here anyway to fill in Lord and Lady Wycroft's bedroom. So it's round 2. 5. It goes fast. So that's one of the nice things. This is why it's such a good solo game. It's so easy to set up. You pull out your dice and the sheet and a writing utensil, and yeah, you can bust through like several of these in one go. Four and five. See, I wish I could put five there. I don't think I can. I think it does. I think that's why, I should have put four. I was expecting threes. Oh. Rich is saying, I was just thinking how game space changes everything. Ordinarily, you would never ask what the fishbowl does. Yes, active verbs. Though that's a reflexive verb, but so a 4 and a 5. I keep on rolling 5. Should I put a 5 here and use it for that? Or should my goal just be to surround to unlock all the evidence, but not actually use any of it? Well, I mean, there's something to be said for that. I feel like in this one, because we are trying to collect as much evidence as possible, I feel like that should really be my goal. And if I'm wrong, well, this might be good here, and I could start working on the diamond ring. And I said I wanted to try to fill in her thing, right? Because if I unlock one of these, I could get one of that free for space, put it here. Then once I unlock some of my wilds, I could put a 3 here. And if I unlock both of these, I could put the other stacks of 3 there. So, that's sounding like a strategy, which we're just almost to the halfway point. Actually, this is pretty much exactly the halfway point. So, that might be a good thing to do. So, I need to unlock both of these and pay for both of these. That's totally doable. And just work on filling her bedroom, maybe. And then catching whatever I can along the way. So, which one did I want to use to pay for the shape? I put it in there. Well, I said I wanted to do all that for her to get the diamond ring. So let's set that aside for now. Let's say I use the 5. Then I'm going to put the 4 here in the fishbowl. And I'm going to try to get the fishbowl activated this round. So I just need another 4. 4! Yeah! Cool. And put the 6 there. So I'm doing the other 4 there. Because now I can move those 3 back into the reserve. So I've extended this round, which will be good. Because once you start getting into the 4th round, you have to start making some decisions. You have to decide, start letting certain things go. So I want to use this round to kind of figure things out. So we have a 6. Or what does the vase do? Oh yeah, we need to get this vase surrounded and this paint thing surrounded. Now this actually would be perfect to try to get this guy surrounded soon. 2 and 3. Should I use the 3 now to get these wild shapes? Well, I already know I want to use 2 wild shapes here from what I said before, right? And here. I think I'm just going to use... Yeah, I'm going to use the 3 here to unlock my bracelet. So I gain 2 of these wild shapes to place immediately. So I'm going to put one of the 3s here. So I'll be able to fill that in once I unlock one of these shapes from either a vase or this paintbrush thing. So that's 1. Then, the study. I want to be able to complete the study too because it's 8 points. I think we should be able to do that. So then I still have this 2 here. I could put it here like that. Or where, oh, where should I put this one? Well, I just said we want to surround the paintbrush, right? I can't fit that there, unfortunately. What about this vase? Can we get this action surrounded? If I mirror it, maybe. So if I did something like this, yeah, I don't think we're gonna fill in that Great Hall. That's not gonna happen. But maybe. Not sure if that's what I should have done, but 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Do I need that for any of this action? No. I already used both of those. Okay. 4 and 5. So, if we could get this vase surrounded, maybe using this shape, I'd still be 1 short. Need to get the vase and the paintbrush surrounded soon. Because I can't start applying dye values here until I've unlocked them. Is the issue. Maybe we can work on completing the bedroom. The lounge also would be good to put here. See, if I put it like this, it's going to be hard to fill in though. Maybe we should use it in the kitchen. What about the study? The study seeming like a good place here. Because boop. Yeah, I guess so. And then, oh, I think I should, if I put that there, I would completely surround it. And I'm not going to be able to complete the Great Hall anyway. So why don't we do that using that shape? That is completely surrounded. I'm not going to complete the hall. There's no way to fill in this little hole here. But I can start trying to unlock those 2 shapes there. Which might be helpful for... Oh, that's 5. I'm not going to be able to fit that there in the kitchen. Oh, no. I made it so I can't complete the kitchen. There's a hole there, too. Oh, well. Ooh, this is where it gets tricky. I've already screwed myself out of one thing that I wanted. 3. I could get some more wild shapes. I am going to take the ball for some more wild shapes. Because I need this here. I don't want to end up with another single hole situation here when I unlock the 3 furs. Well, I'm going to have 1 3 for here. You know what? If I do the other shape here... Oh, but if I do a 3 for there, then I'll have the 2. But I could still complete it with one of these. So I just need to pay for the lamp before the end. Okay, well, that's the end of round 3 of 5. We're not doing awful. This is actually filling up quite a bit. But I'm not going to get any more extensions. So I have 12 more actions in the game. Ooh. When you think about it that way. Well, I mean, there's... Yeah, I guess if you think about it mathematically, you know, Ada Lovelace, looking mathematical, you know, you can only extend twice, so that's 6. plus 6 times 5 rounds is 36. So 36 is the most possible actions you have in the game. So, that's a third of the game left when you think of it that way. Okay. Should we think about paying for the lamp soon? I need to unlock this vase. So I need 2 die values equaling 2 or 3. So either 1 and 1 or 1 and 2. Now, I unlocked the diamond ring. I totally didn't circle that. Whoops. Hopefully I didn't miss anything else. Let me know if I did, guys. I need 2 die equaling 7 for that by the end of the game as well. Am I gonna want rerolls? I'm starting to think I might want rerolls actually. But I don't know. I know I want to complete this though. I want to use this 6. Oh, I'm not going to be able to complete this because I have 4 unless I use 2 and 2. So that's not happening in either case. Boo. Boo. I don't think the points on this first one are going to be great. Because, yeah, I would need either 2 of these wild shapes and only have 1 more to unlock. And I kind of want to use it other places. And when I unlock this long strip, that's 5, not 4. Well, boo. That's going to mean I need to complete the study in these 2 rooms, because that's 7 plus 8. I'm not going to get the kitchen, so I'm not going to get the Great Hall. I need to get one of these for sure. Lord and Lady Wyckoff's bedroom is sounding more likely at this point in time. So why don't we do something like this? Oh, if I do that though. Oh, nope. I'm committed to it now because I'm using pen. Oh, I really want to retcon this now. I should have thought this through. Where's my whiteout when you need it? The Mod Podge is clear. I can't use it as whiteout. Let's just pretend like I didn't do that, guys, and that those are still clear. Can we just pretend that? I can't with that right now. No, that's not what I need to do. Yeah, I was like thinking I was going to be so clever, but there's this little corner here. Oh, this map is kind of hard. It is a challenge. Instead, what we should do is use it here like this. Okay, I'm using this shape. So this one is still clear. I still need to exit out of something. So why don't we just go ahead and use this one? I always struggle conceptualizing with this shape, how to flip it around. But I did complete their bedroom, at least. And if I can complete the study and the drawing room, I won't feel too bad about myself. But, So we have the 2. Maybe I just need to surround as much evidence as possible. What haven't I surrounded yet? Just this one, and I just surrounded the this guy. I could use the 2, and then I'd have opportunities to reroll die going into the rest of the game. So I think that will be worth it. Just to give myself a little bit more flexibility here. That would be helpful. Sorry, my phone is buzzing. It's probably just discard. So, we're re-rolling. We're rolling for 2 more die. It's not going awful, but it could... I need to kind of figure some stuff out. So, I have a 1 and a 2. I could use my reroll. Or use these values to unlock my wild shapes. Because I'm going to need them here. And, well, there's no way this is getting completed. Because that and that. Maybe I could complete the Great Hall. Do you think I could do it? So many holes. That's right, Tim. But I'm good at filling holes. Except usually I am, but in this one I keep on getting these single ones. Ugh, you know, it's a similar map to the base one, but there are some things about it that are definitely trickier. Yeah, this is where it's. I just don't know what to do. I think I should just surround all the evidence. You know? Oh, I never surrounded this paintbrush. We should do that if we want to get these shapes to fill all this action in here. So, we're using the 1 for this. So, I got my paintbrush. And so I just need die values equaling 11 or 12. This one, it's 2 or 3. Oh, maybe I should have used the 1 or 2 just to unlock that. Well, I'm going to use the 2 here and hope for a 1. Ooh, actually, we're going to be going into the final round soon. So I have 4 and 6. And do I want to use one of my rerolls to see if I can get stuff that will unlock this or this? Or just use them to maybe... I think I should use them to pay for some things. So I'm going to use the 6 here because I definitely want to be able to get those shapes. I'm going to use the 4 here, and I'm going to need a 3 to get that 7 points. In the final round already. Well, like I said, it goes fast. Okay, and I still have one more reroll. 5 and 1. Well, I'm definitely using the 1 here. So now I need to immediately place these shapes. So boom. I'll just cross it out so I know I used it. Oh, I guess this applies to both of these, but, you know, whatever. Then I have a 5 fur I could put somewhere. Now this is going to be impossible to complete. That's fun. Maybe we want to try to get this buddy surrounded. I don't know. Not that it really matters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's fine. Then we have this 5 here. Oh, if I put it here, I could also immediately place these shapes again. So why don't we just do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least I got one room completed. And then I get to place another 5 for somewhere. Ugh, can't put it there. Let's just put it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to complete that because of these little corner holes here. Man, it's looking like Swiss cheese. So, 2 more. We only have 4 more actions for this one. 2 and 3. Ooh, I'm getting nervous. Like the last round is always like, what am I gonna do? Always gets very tense towards the end. Oh, I could still do the wild shapes. I could use the 2 and 3 and just do my wild shapes. I think that's what I should do. Because I'll do 1 here. That's the twofer. So I completed 2 rooms. Not bad. I don't think... I completed 3 rooms, actually, because I got the bedroom, too. So, okay. Okay. Not, like, amazing, but not, like... Hopefully, like, I would say a decent score is, like, in the 40-ish range. A good score is, like, in the 50-ish range. And a really good score is in the 60-ish range. So, you know, as long as I get, like... As long as you break 40, you're doing okay, basically. So where should I do my other shape? Let's just do the other shape here and do 3, I guess. Whatever. You don't get negatives for empty spaces. So I got my my Klingon scimitar. What are they? Just okay. I need some other Trekkies because I am so rusty on my Trek lore because I can't remember what the Klingon blade is called. Yeah, I could... Oh, now you used one of these rerolls already. Well, 2 points. I've managed to surround almost every piece of evidence. Maybe I should just try to surround the last bit of evidence. What do you guys think? I mean, I'd be able to check off every single one of these. So that'd be good, right? 1 and 4. Okay, what is this going to get me as far as coverage? Could I surround it? I could go boop, 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 boop. No, I don't think so. Or I could go... I think I want to use that. But do I want to use this? Well, not quite. Maybe I need to reroll the 1. Or... No, because I could... I'm trying to figure out if I could do this. If I do that... See, I need this and this to do it. Or I need that and that. So I could just reroll 1 and see if it works. Or I could use one of these I think I do want to reroll because if I unlock this, so these are 3 and 3 because I paid for them. I want to get the 7 probably. Because encircling it would just be 2 points as opposed to netting 7 points, right? So, but I need a 3 here. I think I should just reroll both of them. I have the reroll, so I might as well use it. Five and 6. Not sure that helped me or not. Boo! I didn't get this. Unless I use the 6 to pay for this and just reroll the other one until I get a 3. I get 2 rerolls. Why not? I don't think I'm gonna... Unless I really want to try and get this. I guess I could go like that. And like that. Oh. Maybe I could surround it. Should I try to surround this and just get every single bit of evidence? That's tempting. Or do I want to get the 7 points and help my score? What's my score looking like right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 20 points right there. Plus 6 is 26. Plus, for my rooms, 15, 19. So I'm just barely past 40. So my score is not going to be great no matter which way I slice it. But I'm wondering, we're going to find out if collecting all the evidence gives you something. I think I should just collect all the evidence because it seems to be what this first one was about for me. So I think I'm just going to try to surround it. So if I put this one here, and then I put this shape like that, I can surround it. Okay. That's that. That's one chapter down. Okay, and that really only took it was about 45 minutes for all the talking. So it's not bad. So it's now 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. The hour of 1 has elapsed. And it is 2:15 p.m. Oh my god, that's creepy. We're in real time or something. So for my total for the rooms, as I just said, I had 8 plus 7 plus 4, 15, 19. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. I gathered all my evidence, which is pretty good. And I got 6 from this. And I did not get the 7 here for the diamond ring, which is unfortunate. The corner holds do taste like Swiss cheese. Yeah, now I'm wanting something cheesy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, so I got 6 for my ability bonuses. So 30, 41, 47. Not amazing per the original game, but let's see. Now that we've done that, I'm going to put this aside. Say goodbye to Wycroft Manor. And now we're going to read our conclusion sheet here. Chapter 1, conclusion. Thank you for attending our manor today, Miss Lovelace. My husband and I would have been quite lost without your assistance. Man, this bitch is dramatic. I promised I would share my theories about Mr. X's crimes with you. I may have exaggerated my confidence ever so slightly to encourage your punctuality, but I did notice that each of the texts had a connection with your own analytical engine. Oh, she knows about my my AI technology. She read it on the Twitter. You said yourself that the engine is capable of much greater things. I don't see where Pythagoras' fibula ties in with this, though. Maybe Mr. X is trying to throw us off the scent. I know you are going to continue your pursuit of Mr. X, and I wish you the best fortunes in that regard. Perhaps a little something from our collection would help? Here, how about a book on the analytical methods employed in Scotland Yard? Now tell me, did you manage a thorough search of the study? Let's see, did we? Heck yeah, we did, bitch! Yeah, that's full. That's totally full. So, and then you get a little, choose your own adventure type thing on the flowchart. No, I was quite preoccupied elsewhere, which is not true. I was, yes, a complete search. I came across this magnifying glass in one of the cabinets. Quite an interesting piece. Ah, yes. That belonged to Mr. Holmes. You can have it, if you like. But then I must insist on keeping my book. It's up to you. Yeah, your book sounds lame, Lady Lucy. So, I can cut out piece 1A or 1B and stick it over a shape on my dice wheel. So, that's what this action is about. So, refer to your character sheet. At the end of every case, you will earn stars based upon your final score. Fill in a number of stars in the stars earned section according to each chapter's conclusion. Now, do I want to do like this, or do I want to do it with a Sharpie? The Sharpie's totally going to bleed for the other side of this, so let's see. Does it say? Oh, it says here. So if I got 44 or fewer, I would have gained no stars. 45 to 54 point range is gain 1 star. Woo, I just snuck in at 47. Right? That was my score, 47. Okay, so I get a star. I'll just do them like this. You good with that, guys? Okay, got a star. Also, after every case, mark each piece of evidence that you collected in the evidence found section. Notice that the evidence comes in sets. You should try to complete these sets. Oh, so this color coding makes a little more sense now. So I'm trying to complete these sets, which sort of go across the multiple different chapters. Oh, interesting. Well, I got that. Got that. I mean, I got all this evidence, so that's a really good start. So I'm glad that I did that. It's probably not going to be possible for every single one. I'm not sure what the sets get me, but we'll find out. Lastly, here are the pieces that you have earned. At most, you may cut out one of them and glue it onto your dice wheel on your character sheet. Okay, well, we'll do that. One last thing, Miss Lovelace. Excuse me. SAS level 5,000. That's me, Tim. You know, like, me in person. I am like this all the time. Rich can attest that I am like just the sassiest thing that ever existed. A messenger arrived while you were searching. Mr. X has been hard at work, and your presence is requested at the FLSSTPP Museum, which you guys will find out about when we get to chapter 2 here. It seems they've had a theft of their own just this morning. We have a car ready to bring you back to London. Once more, thank you. I just know you'll catch that fiend. Well, okay then. Okay, so which one sounds good? So I get to basically paste to my dice wheel. Okay, we're going to do some arts and crafts, guys. Which shape seems better? A little square or two, or this one would be good for surrounding pieces of evidence. This would be better for filling in these areas coming up. Ooh. That's a tough one, actually. So, like, let's kind of, to influence our decision, let's look at, like, the squares would be good in areas like this. This one, though, like, you could do stuff like that. That might get a little awkward, you know, at times, like, making it fit. But it might actually help. Well, I noticed it says you may cut out piece 1A and stick it in the shape in your dice wheel. So that was if, like, we didn't complete the study. So I assume, like, if you're not doing good, this is supposed to help you. But if you did do good, you get rewarded with that. Yeah, Tim, I'm kind of leaning towards the square, actually, even though I unlocked piece 1B. Well, it's a question of which shape on the dice wheel we want to cover up. This is, I think, one of the most useful shapes. This one is hard to conceptualize sometimes, but it is helpful for, you know, filling things in and surrounding things. But what were the ones that kept on creating the holes for me? Now, this one is very useful, but I think that is the one that was creating a lot of those holes. Was it? It was. Yeah, because I used that here too. Or no, what did I use there? I used that and that. Huh. Which one to cover? I think we're definitely going to do the square though. So now we have to cut. These are kitchen scissors. They should do the job. Then I'll just kind of trim it as I need to. So this is why you're going to need to print out your sheets. Make sure you print these single-sided. Well, I guess you could have printed these double-sided, and you just flip it over to this side, and then you're going to cut it. So I guess it could have been double-sided, but whatever. Okay. So we need to cut this. How you doing, Tim? How's your weekend going? You played any Gay Sauna recently? Or Nemo's War? Inquiring Minds. Nice little wedge shape. This is the ASMR section of the video. Oh, this is hard to cut in here. I didn't get that quite as elegantly as I would have liked. It's kind of a sharp. Just got to be careful. This is the relaxing part of print and place. I find like I like doing the some assembly required, doing your builds, they're called, in the solo realm, up on Martin's Print and Play Hideaway, which I don't know if you're on Facebook, Tim, but if you are and you're not a part of that group, you should be, because they post a lot of solo print and play stuff there. So which one do we want to cover? This one I wasn't using that much. So I think that's the one I should cover. Yeah? Yeah. This didn't get quite as smooth. I just want to get it a little, maybe. Just so I can see the dice thing. It's a little bit better. Okay, and then we're just going to Mod Podge this over. Oh, I'm sorry you got sick. Oh, you did play Spirit Island, though. See, I still need to get on that. Beast build with sharp fangs, many minds, wounded waters bleeding. Ooh, what are those games? I like the sound of sharp fangs, many minds. Is that a war game? Yeah, I know you're a little more into the war games, Tim, I think, at least than I am so far. Though I don't know, Liz is always trying to convert me there. So we're just gonna paste this over like that. I could use it like a regular glue, but I like the idea of this just being kind of glossy. So we're just going to paint it over. I love Mod Podge. Probably should have done it on the other side, but whatever. Oh, but I'm going to have to let this dry. Oh, well. And this is slightly skew now. Oh, well. That's life. Do you think I could get it? No, it's wet now. I should have brushed the other side and adjusted it a little better. But that's fine, because this dries pretty quickly. It's not the most elegant looking, because I got this askew, which I'm very upset about now. But whatever, I can always reprint this out and cut it and redo it. I don't really want to do all that, so we're just gonna live with that. This is actually drying fairly quickly on paper. Not used to doing Mod Podge straight on paper, and obviously it bleeds through a little bit, but so that'll get a little wrinkly-tastic, a little weather-worn, but that's all part of the journey. So we are going to be going to chapter 2, because just can't resist. Thank you, Tim, for reminding me to give myself grace. I'm such a perfectionist. It's so hard for me sometimes. It's askew. Too late is what it is. All right. Chapter 2. So what's going on in this chapter? And actually, I should put the thing back on my Mod Podge because it does dry. And I'll need to rinse this off real quick and refresh my coffee. So we will be back in a minute.
Infatuation with the calculation of pi. Oh, we love his numbers. And they run it in a great big circle. In a circle.
Okay, I managed to fix it a little bit, actually, with the 4. It's still drying. It started coming up, so I had to get under there and be like, okay, now I know I need to apply the Mod Podge on the back side first before applying, so I can kind of finagle it around. Hopefully, when it fully dries, it'll look okay on camera. I gotta put the dice on this now, but it should dry. So it'll be fine. I may just have to wipe my dice off periodically. So I think I'm gonna, maybe I should do a glue stick or the Mod Podge. Maybe I'll start getting all these layers of glossy Mod Podge on here and it'll look cool. Maybe. So we're going on to chapter 2. So let me read you the title of this one. This one is just hilarious. Chapter 2, we're now going to the British Museum of Filching, Looting, Stealing, Snatching, Thieving, Pilfering, and Purloining. There's all your SAT words for the day. It all means stealing, because what are the British known for? Just stealing anything that's not nailed down in one of their colonies. So that's sort of the theme of the game. It seems that Mr. X has struck at one of London's most controversial museums. The thieves are now victims of their own techniques. I love this anti-colonialism, guys. I'm living for it. Thank you for coming so quickly, Ada. A shipment of rare Dutch artifacts has arrived this morning, and amid the distraction, we were struck by the notorious and supremely skilled Mr. X. Up until today, we had a curious clockwork imp, which was granting a whole new understanding of your thinking machines and their ability to comprehend living creatures. Now all we have is a vandalized wall and an empty crate. I love how they call it, oh, you're thinking machines. Oh, you women with your little inventions. Like artificial intelligence and computers. Stuff the British Stole podcast. Tell me that is a real podcast because I would watch the heck out of that. I'm such a big archaeology nerd and anthropology nerd, and like one of the big things when I was taking anthropology in college was like, well, we need to try to kind of decolonialize our entire discipline because it's literally was founded by a bunch of colonialists, and most of the finds and discoveries we have were ill-gotten gains, basically. I think there's a lot of like really great archaeologists working in the field now that are, actually being successful in that and, engaging in the digs and studies they have now in a much more responsible and sensitive fashion, and actually working with, people and their culture, not just stealing their shit. But anyway, so what's happening here? I think it all works the same. I don't think there's a lot of mechanical rules changes that I'm aware of here. She has helpful notes here, which will help. I think, let's see if there is anything to change. Immediately move up to 3 dice. That's the same for these. So we have a boomerang. Is that a book? Little Irish harp. Okay. They're stealing from the Irish. This designer is Irish, not British. That's how you know. Not the harp necessarily, but the whole British being thieves thing. We got a cuckoo clock. These are the Dutch clogs. Okay, this is what was on the crate. Squeaker star. It is good. Don't threaten me with a good time, Tim. Well, okay, I'm not going to threaten. I'm going to promise. We got a milk pail, okay, because it just came from the Netherlands. A horseshoe, a pipe, one of those little whistles your PE coach would have. What looks like some kind of stick? Shake your staff thing? Oh, and then there's a little Venus flytrap thing. Oh, look. Feed me, Seymour, I'm hungry. Little shop of horrors. Wow. God, I need my backup dancers to harmonize with me, okay? Okay, we're starting at 6 p.m. We're going until 10. We're having an evening at the Museum of Filching, Looting, Stealing, Snatching, Thieving, Pilfering, and Purloining. Or the, what was it? The FLSSTPP Museum. That's a mouthful. It's so hilarious. I can't right now. Anyway, gain 2 wild shapes. That's the same. These shapes, that's the same. Gain 2 opportunities to reroll dice. That's the same. Fill in. Oh, this is different. Immediately fill in any 6 squares in the museum. Any 6? So I could do single holes. Is that right? I'm distrustful. I'm very distrustful of that. Is that right? I mean, it says any 6 squares. Oh, pilfering. Pillaging the booty. Okay, I mean, that sounds like the solution to my problems from the previous one. Doth not? Okay. Well, this is still a little... It is starting to dry. Mod Podge dries very quickly, so... that does look very reclamped, but that's okay. That's okay. You can see the shape okay, though, right, guys? That it's a square. We all know it's a square. Maybe I should print this one out on thicker poster board. So, like, if I'm going to be gluing things to it, yeah, I should get some cardstock for this, maybe, for next time. Possibly. Well, we'll deal with that in the future. So, Where to start? Rolling die. That's where to start. 5 and 2. So immediately, I think this will be fine. Placing the die here. It's already feeling pretty tacky. So this will help guide me in what I want to surround because I want to complete these shapes, right? So I want the milk pail. Oh, also the titles of the rooms. I should go over the titles of the rooms because the map is the main thing that changes. That's interesting about this. So we have pinched from the poor. That's this room here. Storage. Okay, we're just storing things there. Nicked from natives. That's this room here. Acquired from the Americas. That's the Venus flytrap. This one is absconded from Africa. So I guess that's a rain stick. This one is absented from Asia. And this is the Hall of Scoundrels. Because this is a museum run by thieves and scoundrels. You'll never find a greater den of scum and villainy. That's for the Star Wars fans out there. Okay. I think we should start on the milk pail so I can complete this shape or the pipe, the Venus flytrap. Oh, that's what lets me fill in any 6 squares. So maybe we really want to fill those out. Well, now I have the square. So why don't we... Or do I want to try to surround the rain stick first? You know, the square thing. Something like that. I'm using it right away. Hey, Tim. Glad we listened to you. It's a little sticky, but not too bad. So then my 2 here... I could do something maybe like this. Sounds good. Because I can still get that shape there. I just want to be careful. I want to make sure I fill this completely. I think it'll be okay if I'm smart about it. But I need to be smart about it. Oh, also I want to get that thing where I can move 3 die in. So I need to surround either this boomerang and or these books. Curious looking books. That's what this is from Absented from Asia. What other notes does she have? The Filching Museum getting a taste of its own medicine. Ada's the salty one. Okay. The storage area at the back is jam-packed with strange and wonderful artifacts. It's a shame they're all hidden away. Oh, she's telling me something. I can't say I have much sympathy for the curators of this museum, but Mr. X can't be ignored. So I need to fill in storage is what she's saying. Okay, Ada. I will listen to you. Ada knows best. But I also want to fill this in. So I think this shape I do find very helpful. Because then if I get this shape, I can surround that and that will fill this in nicely. So which one do I want to use for that? Maybe the 6. Because then I want to use the square again. Oh, I'm already using the heck out of the square. Let's try to surround this one. You know, that's seeming like a good idea. I should try to get the boomerang or the books surrounded, though, in the next round. 5 and 3. Good. I keep on getting the box. Well, I said I was going to use this here for acquired from the Americas so that I can get that guy. So I have to get 2 die equaling 7. That's pretty much unchanged. 11 and 12, 2 and 3. I am going to want to fill, I think, as much of this as possible. I think that's going to be my my criteria for what I cut out at the end. So, do I want to use another box? Or just try to surround the boomerang? Nicked from natives. Oh my god. Well, let's do that. That seems good. 2, 3, 4. I'll leave that there. 5. Then if I get a 2, I can do that there. So that's that one. Okay, well, there's round 1. We're just going to fly through this because now I'm feeling a little more comfortable with this game again. 6 and 5. That's another 2. I want to get one of these. So I should get that. Where's that milk pail? I'm going to get that surrounded probably. So why don't we... See, this one actually would be perfect here. To fill out Pinched from the Poor. Yeah. Yeah. And then we don't want to use the box there. I should start working on the storage area probably. Probably. Do we want to get another? Do you want to get that? And surround some of that. I want to get these. So we should probably try to fill in the storage. Yeah. Let's just get started on that. I want to get some wild shapes for sure. I don't know. I'm just kind of going for it. I'm feeling a sense of urgency for some reason. 3 and 4. Now you could do that just to fill in 86 squares. But I'm not sure that's what I want to do just yet. Just yet. However, this is the shape I need here for sure. So, and I need to surround those. Let's do this. For that one. Then use the 3 to do that one. Boop! Surrounded 2 at once. Boom! And I'll definitely be able to complete Pinched from the Poor. So, in order to unlock these, that's a reroll, but, you know, whatever. See, I wanted the pipe, so I can complete that shape. And I wanted the milk pail, so I can get that shape. I assume those are going to give me maybe unlock abilities for me. These abilities here. So, yeah, so I definitely want to get, I got the milk pail. I want to get these clogs. I want to get this filled up. So much time. I need to get some abilities unlocked, I think. Because this is already the end of the second round. I need to get crack-a-lackin' on that hoss. Well, maybe we need to get this boomerang thing so I could move 3 dice in there. It's not going to happen until next round, but I need to get it going on, maybe. Can immediately place these 2 shapes if I had 11 and 12. I think I want to be able to extend my rounds. So I need to get the boomerang and the books surrounded. So I already got to start on the boomerang. So why don't we... Ooh. Should work on unlocking the milk pail. Let's get this one. Yeah, because if I use this shape here, and then could I use this? Now this, if I unlock this, I don't have to worry about holes necessarily, right? So I could do something like that, maybe in the Nick from Natives room. And then once I unlock this, I could fill in that hole there. Of course, that wouldn't get me surrounded for the boomerang yet, so that might not be the smartest idea. Maybe we should work on this surrounding this clock so I get wild shapes, or get started on the books. I'm thinking it would be good to get started on the books. So I'm going to do this. The third round already? Okay. I might be rushing a little bit. I don't need to rush. Caffeine is driving through me. I'm so upset at these colonizing scoundrels. 2 and 2. So let's think about. So this would need to equal 11 and 12. This would give me re-rolls. If I use a 2, then I could do a re-roll. Which I could use at any time, so I don't have to use it immediately. Do I think these shapes are going to be particularly helpful? Well, this one might. I use that one here. Then I'd get my... I think diagonals count towards completely surrounding it, though. So I would need to get still that one. There. Let's try to get the boomerang surrounded, I think. So if I use this one here, I'm just going to do it. Because then whenever I unlock that, I'll just fill in that hole there using that ability. So we do want to get this one surrounded as well. So I need to unlock this one to do that a little bit more efficiently. So I could fill that in, maybe. But we got the boomerang, so I just need 2 values that are the same. And I could always pay for this for a reroll to make that happen. So, I'm going to pour some more oat milk to my coffee. Not necessarily to ponder things, but just telling you that's what I'm doing. Because I still haven't used this other tip. Do I want to use it to get one of these? 11 and 12. I think I want to use it to fill some things. I'm still not working on the storage that much, and I'm wondering if at this point that's already starting to become a lost cause. I think I should just focus on getting the ones I want here for the shapes. So how about the milk pail? Here, I'll just mark these off as I get them, maybe. Because I already got the pipe. I already got the milk pail. That's probably good there. I maybe want to get the horseshoe and the clogs. The horseshoe is pretty close to done. And that would give me these big shapes as well. And then I just need 2 die equaling 2 and 3. Yeah, because if I just put this one here, I do like this shape. This is a very useful shape in a polynomial puzzle. I think, yeah, this is feeling good. Okay, let's slow our roll a little bit because we kind of like just blasted for the first half of this. You don't want to be too rash in our investigation. We might miss something. Something on the floor in this den of villainry. So, 4 and 6. Well, it's not enough to be 11 or 12. Did I start trying to fill this in to get the 3? Should try to extend my round. Maybe. Or should I just try to surround pieces of evidence? I need to unlock some of these probably. I haven't unlocked any abilities yet, so I want to unlock one of these first. So I'm going to use the 6 on the milk pail. And then I'll use the 4. Could put it here just to make sure I get that for sure. I don't, because I wasn't able to get the 7 one in the last game because I got too distracted. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Ooh. I need to extend so I can get more die values to fill stuff up with. 2 and 2. Well, we're using that boomerang. That's what's happening. 2 and 2. So that we can get 3 more dice. Yeah. Bought ourselves a little bit of time. Okay. 3 and 6. Let's see what kind of shapes I got. Better variety things. I keep on getting 5 over and over. So, you do want to unlock this. If I do another 6, I could get my milk pail and get those 2 shapes. I think that's what I want to do. Because I want to... What is it I wanted to fill in? Here with the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for my 5er... Where was I going to put that? I had the best idea for where I was going to put it. Oh, I think it was here. So I could complete that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I need wild shapes for that. I need to unlock that so I can fill in that hole. Okay. Better. Much better. Now, this shape might go somewhere good. Maybe I could try to surround this harp. That'd be nice. Or I could surround this clock here. Oh yeah, because I need the wild shapes. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. There's that cuckoo clock. Okay, so I need 2 consecutive values to unlock that cuckoo clock so I can get 2 wild shapes, which need to go there and there. Okay, and I need to get a 3 to complete my Venus flytrap. Okay, I'm feeling better. Feeling better. 5. Now that might go good here. I don't think I'm going to get that storage filled up. What do you think, Tim? Should I try to get that storage filled up? I have a feeling, based on her note, the storage at the back is jam-packed with strange and wonderful artifacts. It's a shame they're all hidden away. You know, like, I'm not sure if that's biting off more than I can chew. You know? But... Or do I just want to discover all this evidence? I might want to get that harp. I think I want to get the harp and the whistle. I mean, the clogs would be nice. The harp, the clogs, the whistle. I should try to get all the evidence discovered. I think that's really should be my number one priority because of this, because I have a feeling this is going to help me a lot. If I have a strong suspicion this is for unlocking the special abilities. So I think I should focus on that. So, and I got this one and this one. Those I'm going to get for sure. So I'm just thinking about completing this by chapter 4, things that I could complete by the midway point. I assume if it's a shape I can complete earlier, the earlier I get these special abilities, the better. You think I should go for the storage? Okay. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Like, because this, well, where to use it? The clogs get me wild shapes, so that'll be good for filling in. So why don't I just do that there? The square's already turning out to be useful. Okay. 9 o'clock. Let us... Okay, 1 and 1. Oh, too bad I haven't unlocked my books yet. Well, I could use it to unlock these shapes because I could use the 1 and 1 to get the 6 fur and the 5 fur, which will help with doing that. So I think that is what I shall do. And just, I want to get the clogs for the wild shapes. Now, if I do the 5 here, I definitely need to unlock the Venus flytrap to get the single one in there. Which I think I want to time the Venus flytrap towards the end so I can just fill in all my holes. Those British guys know how to fill all my holes. Sip, sip. Well, I used my ones, right? Oh, no. I was deciding where to use the 5. Got too excited thinking about hot British guys. The harp? How about here? You know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get my books. Books, so I can extend my turn. 3. So I just need 2 die values that are the same. And I could pay for a reroll. If I use a 1 or a 2 or 3, I can unlock that ability. Ho hum. I'm going to use the 1 here on my pipe just so that I have some of those rerolls handy in case I decide I need them. This might be good here to surround my clogs, you know? Clogs. And if I get 2 die that are the same, or use my reroll, I could extend this round. Which is probably what I need to do, because it's the penultimate one. 4 and 6. Why don't we... I should probably try to extend it. Yeah. How about I save the 4 and reroll the 6? I'm just going to go for it. I have the pipe, so I might as well use it for the rerolls. 6! Okay, let's use it again. Damn it. What a waste. What a waste. Well, it's worth a shot, I guess. Should have re-rolled the 4. Well, what to do. We could use the 6 here. I'm trying to fill up the storage, right? Get 2 die that are the same. I'm wondering if I should use these to pre-fill in, like... I need to get these, though. Oh, I got the clogs. Plus or minus 1. Do I want to commit to this? I think I want to get... I want to get the whistle, too. So I need to fill in the storage. So why don't we... use this here, like that. And then... I want to get the harp. If I use this here, I might have a chance. I just want to get them all. But then I only have so many dice left to use these. So getting all 3 of these probably is not realistic. It is 2 each. I should probably make sure I'm completing all the rooms. Like the storage, 12 points though. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I haven't even tried to touch the entrance at all. Like 4 points, who cares? I think I will. Maybe I should just focus on completing the storage. If I put the box here, we could easily get that gap. So I unlock... Oh, have I unlocked both of these? No, I think I only used one, right? I used the milk pail. I haven't used the horseshoe yet. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I think I will put the box over here. I think I should just go for it. Now. Oh, and I used the boomerang already, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I have 6 actions left to try to uncover things in this den of villainry. 6 and 2. Am I going to get this? I need to get that. I need to unlock one of these. 2 would give me this. 6 would give me that. I think I need to unlock these abilities. So much for the harp. I'm just going to leave the harp untouched, probably. I need to get one of those wild shapes unlocked. One way or the other. So let's do 2. And pray for 3. Let's do a 6 here. And pray for 5. 5. And 2. Well, the 5 is going there. So I can finally get some wild shapes up in this bitch. So, because I need that there. That's 1. Am I going to be able to complete Nicked from Natives? I'd like to, but I think I'm going to use the other wild shape here. It's probably better right now. Okay, we got to complete the storage. Can I do it? I'd need another one of these to make this happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. I need 2 dice that are the same. And I have no rerolls. Uh-oh. I still have a 2, though. I think we can hope for a 2. I should have gotten on these abilities earlier. I rushed through the first 2 rounds. Oh my god. Please, Satan. 2. Yes. Okay. Which extended things a little bit. And I still have the 3. So, and we can use the 3 to get my little plant. Rich, what is the monster plant's name in Little Shop of Horrors? He has a name. I can't remember what it is. Because Seymour is like the gardener guy, right? I think I'll just use the... Oh, use the 3 there. So I can fill in any 6 squares. Well, there's 1. Did I just use it to fill in the storage? I should get pinched from the poor too, but I probably could still get the clock, so I'm not as worried about that. 1 there. 2, 3. Do you think I'm gonna get nicked from natives? No, I need to get the storage. So sorry, natives. There's 1. How about just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Sound good? Oh, I paid for the horseshoe, so I must have taken those shapes then, huh? Seeing as I did 1 and 1. Yeah, because you're supposed to do it immediately. Well, I'm going to go for the storage. I might be able to do it. I probably need to unlock these clogs, so I need a 3. No such luck. I have a 2 and a 4. I want to get the wild shapes. Oh, I did get this. That needs to equal 7. I could put the 4 in there. That would allow me to fill in any 6. And I have 1 die after this to roll. So, should I try to go for my rain stick? And fill in any 6 squares? It's not going to be quite enough. I don't think in either case. Well, I think we definitely want to use this here. Maybe I'll get a hole. Oh, but that will require me getting the rain stick in either case. You think I could roll 5 on the last one, put it here? Or should I just try to surround the harp? I could retcon this. Oh, but I wanted to get the whistle for this action. Let's just get the whistle. Why are there 2 die here all of a sudden? That's not right. Okay, last die. Make it a good one. 2. Which isn't necessarily bad per se, but... Ooh, I could have used a 3 there. You can't use it on the whistle either. Wonk, wonk. Actually, I was pretty close to completing this if I'd managed to unlock the rain stick. I think I should have tried. It just took me too long to complete the rain stick, I think. So, I should just try to complete probably Pinched from the Poor. So, which shape could I use to actually complete this? I think I can do this one. At least I completed that one. Okay. Oh, and I never crossed off round 4. But this was the last round, right? Once it sells out, I doubt it will be repainted. Oh. Reprinted. You can buy Gay Sauna at the moment. Yeah, Rich, you probably should go for it, because I do doubt. It's one of those games I doubt will be reprinted. Much like this game, people are asking about the gig on BGG. We just got this one, Tim. I was going to originally do this last Sunday, but I just didn't have time to prep it. I hadn't learned it yet. And we played this quite a bit in like the last week, like 5 times. It's really good, but they had a lot of issues with potential solvency for the company, and there was a lot of delays on that being fulfilled. And I know Gay Sauna is just that one guy. I mean, I know he's done several games before that one, and I'm sure he'll be doing more, but definitely seems like one of those limited print run kind of things. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's the end of the game, right, guys? That was 5 rounds? Or did I miscount? No, it's fine, Tim. It's not your fault. I think I just forgot to slash this out at the end of the last round, yeah? Unless I have one more round and I didn't realize it. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that was last round. In either case, let's just tally it up. I did get close to the storage. I think I should have just started on it a little bit earlier, so whatever. But I did get acquired from the Americas, absconded from Africa, and Pinched from the Poor. So that's 5, 5, and 5, 15. Not great for room scoring. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 20 for my evidence. So that's good. My ability bonuses, I got 3 from this and 7 from this. So that's 13. So that's better. So 35, 48 again. Okay. I'd like to be breaking 50. But let us see what that has potentially unlocked for us in our conclusion. A swift investigation indeed. It's like they know. Thank you, Ada. If you ever do catch up with Mr. X, maybe you could let him know that we'd love to have a chat with him at the FLSSTPP. Or is that too cross? Regardless, let me share something with you. Perhaps it will speed up your pursuit. We call the technique casing a joint, and it's a method of discerning which goods can be taken, and indeed which goods are worth taking. You are welcome to either one of these. Oh. At the start of each chapter, you may place this shape. At the start of each chapter, you may place this shape. Oh, I get a freebie. Tell me, Ada, did you find the time to collect the Dutch clogs? I sure did. Yes, I inspected the shoes. I even spotted the hidden compartment in the heel. Well, sleuth indeed. I assume you're correct, Tim says. I probably am. Oh yeah, the gig. Oh, if you can't get a hold of it, Tim, that's sad because it's really fun. It's a really good roll and write. I would say it's on the level of this. It's fairly light, but I really like that it has the asymmetric boards. It's really cool. They're shaped like the different instruments. Like, it's a very cute little polynomial puzzle. Much more simple than this puzzle, but the real-time dice rolling is super fun. In that one. Okay, so what happened? I found something in the heel of the clogs. Was it a tulip? You have an eye for detail, Ada. Maybe I can teach you something slightly more useful. Instead of one of the above abilities, you may take this ability instead. At the start of each chapter, you may place this shape. Okay, so this shape, we got a 2 stacked on top of a 3. This one is different, though. So, well, before we do that, let's just get our stars. So, for this one, oh, it has a different thing. So, for Chapter 2, if I got 40 to 49 points, I gained 2 stars. So, I guess I did pretty good, actually. I guess this one was supposed to be harder. 50 plus points would have been like gaining 3 stars. So, I guess that would have been a perfect game, basically. Interesting. Well, here I thought I was doing bad, but I'm actually doing pretty good. I mean, the puzzle is basically the same for the most part to the original game. So, and I got pretty good at that one, actually. Okay, remember to mark each piece of evidence that you've collected. Of the 3 abilities on this page, you can only keep 1, cut it out, and glue it. So yeah, which pieces of evidence did I get? Let's mark that off. So I did get the cuckoo clock. I did get the horseshoe. Got those clogs. Did I get the whistle? I did get the whistle. I didn't get the harp. Boo! I'm a musician. I should have gotten the harp. Beautiful instrument. It's wonderful to write for, but very difficult to write for. Well, especially a solo harp, because it's really weird, because I never realized that there's pedals on the harp. There's only 7 notes per octave, 7 strings per octave on the harp, so you have to do like these foot pedals on both sides if you want to play chromatic music, which is most classical music. So if you want to play in different keys, you have to like set these pedals on it, and it's really hard, actually. So when you're writing for harp, you have to be very cognizant of when you either going between different keys or doing just, the difference in half steps. You have to make sure that you're keeping in mind which settings the harpist would need to be on for each. It's kind of like, what would I compare it to? It's sort of like organ, like register settings on the organ is like that level of they need to chart stuff out beforehand, pulling the levers to do the different sounds on the organ. Is similar on the harp with the pedals, at least as far as having to be a little bit of an octopus. But before I wrote for harp, and worked with a couple of different harpists, I never knew stuff like that. So, it's important, composers, to actually work with living, breathing musicians and not just put everything into notation software. And I got my little Venus flytrap, yes, my beloved pet. I got those books, got my boomerang, and I did get, so I'm doing good with this evidence. I never get all the evidence in the base game. Maybe that's the trick to get a perfect score. I'm not sure. But now we have to decide what we're gluing, which shape we want to keep. Now this shape that looks like the little T shape, that might be good for some things, like if you had that kind of action. It'd be good for the big rooms. There's 2 stacked on the 3. I mean, it might be helpful. Often when I'm using the 6s, I put it into like the more boxy shaped areas, though. But he's saying, oh, well, you discovered the clogs. You can get the super juiced up one, maybe. Or does the T one seem good? Yeah, Tim, I mean, I spent long enough in music school to tell you all kinds of stuff. You know what? The only thing that's worse than trying to write for the harp is, it's similar actually to the timpani, because I'm also spent quite a bit of time playing as a timpanist in orchestra and band. And so you have pedal on the timpani. A lot of people don't realize, because the timpani you also have to sort of slide in between the different notes and stuff. So you have to be very cognizant when writing for the timpani, like how quickly or not the timpanist is going to be able to change their pedal settings. So that's the other thing, which makes you can tell, who's actually aware of these types of things when you're looking at scores. Like I had one timpani part where it was like alternating 7/8 and 6/8, so it's quite rhythmically like complex and fast. And the composer or arranger, I think it was a Martin Ellerby piece, and he was going between C flat major, which is all flats, and C natural major, just no flats or sharps. And there was no change to change all the pedal settings. So I was like, I guess I just have to pedal slide my way in and out of these two keys. Like, whoa. Like, which in the harp, it doesn't create a slide effect. Actually, when they're moving the pedals, it like does a sort of like millisecond mute of the string. So if they're changing pedals really quickly and they're striking the string, it'll cause this sort of jaggedy effect. So, it's a lot harder to kind of hide pedal changes. Whereas in the timpani, you often can integrate slides with the pedal slides into the part. It's kind of a cool effect, like, whoa, you ever heard that sound? Whoa, oh, kind of things. But you can't really do that on the harp. So you have to be especially careful with the harp. But, the thing I see worse with composers that write bad timpani parts is that they don't think about cross-sticking, which is a thing. And similarly on the harp, people do have two hands. So a lot of people will write like it's piano for harp music, because harp music is on two staves like the piano. But harpists have to go farther across the octaves because they have to stretch to get to the lower octaves, and the higher octaves have to go like this, right? So whereas on piano, your arms going laterally, it's a little bit easier to jump from low to high really quickly. But again, that's if we're talking about a full like orchestral harp, that's a little bit harder. You have to be cognizant of things like that. Think of space and time. You have to exist in all dimensions when you're writing and performing music. T-shape or the stacked one? I'm kind of leaning towards the T-shape, but I kind of feel like he's like, hey, you unlock this one, take this one. And the box, it was helpful in places. Do I regret not... What was the other shape I could have taken in that last one? This one? Would this cross shape have been helpful in places? Maybe. It's possible later on I don't know. In this one, I don't think so as much. But it's possible in later ones I may regret that decision. I feel he's saying this will be more useful. So again, there's some really wild maps coming up. Like next week, the one we're coming up to is going to be really wild. So I'm going to go with this one, I think. And I'm just going to cover up the other map. Hopefully you didn't see too much of it. And we're going to glue. And then maybe while we're gluing, we will read about the evening special here. A little more flavor text. Any kind of legacy game you wanna hear about the flavor, go to Flavor Town. Okay, hate Guy Fieri. Stupid homophobe. Okay. So I will just trim this while I read. Evening special, Lovelace in pursuit of Mr. X. Ada Lovelace. I keep on saying either Ada or Ada. I think it's Ada is the British pronunciation, but if anybody knows, they can feel free to correct me. I doubt she's rolling around in her grave too much. So Ada Lovelace, Britain's top mathematical sleuth, has this month begun her pursuit of the ever mysterious Mr. X. Having already cracked 2 cases, Miss Lovelace gets ready to leave Britain and bring her investigation to the global stage. Those in the museum industry might be used to taking their time, but Mr. X has no such manners, she told our reporter. In the past 2 weeks, thefts that match Mr. X's profile have been reported in the Berlin Geometry Repository and the Singapore Semaphore Museum. Miss Lovelace leaves for Germany this evening by chartered Zeppelin. Mr. X might be the greatest thief of modern times, but Miss Lovelace is the most brilliant mind. Thank you, thank you. It's really nothing. Okay, so I learned my lesson from last time, and we are going to Mod Podge the back of this lightly before I attach it. I might end up reprinting this and redoing these, but we shall see. Where is my Mod Podge? Come to me, Mod Podge. And it is 3:30, hour and a half. That's pretty good. I was hoping, I don't want this. My Island, that stream was such a slog because each one was 3 hours. We were doing 3 at a time. This one's only 2. And obviously it's a little bit shorter. Oh, there goes the ice cream truck. And I will just lightly dab at the back of this. My brush is already stiff. I did rinse it off, but not well enough, it appears. Boop. Boop. Okay. And this goes... Where am I supposed to paste it? I'm supposed to put it on this one. This ability guy. We're Mod Podging him on. I mean, Mod Podge is kind of like glue. Like that. That actually works pretty well. Okay, and I don't need to gloss over it like I did the other one. So we're just going to paste the back with Mod Podge. Is better than doing the whole thing because this paper is a little thin. But, that's looking... I mean, it looks a little the worse for... I don't know, maybe it doesn't look that bad on camera. It's probably fine. It's like, we're going on an adventure. We're roughing and tumbling it. It's print and play life, man, Oops. Totally print and play life. So, we're being real here. And if I decide, I always go back and watch the footage of lives, just to kind of learn. So if I go back and watch the footage and I decide I totally hate what it looks like, I might just reprint this out and recopy it over. But we have 3 stars so far. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4 is 24. So 3 out of 24 for the first 2 chapters. That's not awful. And I think how many stars we get will determine the outcome at the end. So hopefully we get a good outcome. I have read the whole story of this, by the way. I haven't read every single chapter, but I just went ahead to the last chapter and read what the conclusion was. Hold on. And it's quite spicy. It's literally like something out of like a Bond movie. Which is, it's so funny that he turned. Because in the last one, she basically turned out, spoiler alert, Ada was the thief the whole time. But I guess she's reformed herself, reformed her ways. And, she's now, trying to capture the villains. So, and I love that he did the whole Bond theme with, some, still, she's not as obscure anymore. I think there's been quite a lot of progress in the last couple of decades with giving, shining a light on the contributions of women to science. So she's definitely one of the big ones that's gotten a lot of attention in recent years. So I love this game. It's so fun. It's such a good little polynomial puzzle. It's readable. So, okay, well, that's good, Tim. It's readable. Like, who cares? yeah, this is probably my favorite polynomial puzzle of all time. Like that includes Patchwork, and, other classics like that. Like the only other one that gives me the same kind of vibe is I played Planet Unknown recently. I think I'm doing an online tournament of it soon. I'm still not the best at that one, but that one with the bumping up tracks to like trigger different things, feels a little bit more combo-y. I like the being able to unlock the abilities in this was what I really think elevates it above a lot of other, polynomial puzzles or, some other basic like roll and writes that use that kind of filling in polynomial shape dynamic. And just I love the theme. I love the flavor and the very tongue-in-cheekness of it all. So yes, so tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to be doing chapters 3 and 4. And I don't know how much time I'll spend on reviewing the rules. Probably not very much, because I assume most people that are tuning in will have either watched this one or have played the game. I spent a little time on it today just because it's the first installment. So we have more to go. I'm going to let this dry fully before I close it. It would be kind of nice to put it on stock paper just so it would be, firm. But I'll think about that. If I do end up doing it, I'd probably end up doing it today while it's still at the start of the campaign. Just get something a little thicker. Just because I'm gluing this stuff on it and it's going to get real raggedy real quick. So we'll see. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope if you're watching it after the fact that you definitely check out the game and support an indie designer. I don't think this is like his main job, designing board games. Obviously, I think he's also a writer. So go check out his website, robindavid.com. I think he lists it on here, doesn't he? Yeah, robin-david.com. And like I said, he has a whole bunch of free print and play games on itch as well. .io. And yeah, that's pretty much all for today. Like I said, me and Rich are also doing Creature Comforts on Tuesday. So if you're missing Richie, he'll be here on Tuesday. We'll be getting cozy. I'm hoping that one will be less than 3 hours. That game goes faster at 2 for sure. And we've played it quite a bit. So I knock on wood. Oh, did you guys like my little, I don't know if you guys saw my coaster here. There she goes, Miss American Dream. This is a joke from a couple years ago. My best friend and her husband, they live in upstate New York, like in this little town called Batavia, which is halfway between Buffalo and Rochester. And he likes to do woodworking, so he like made this for me from like he was sawing wood in his yard, and then like did the he has like this fire engraving tool thing, or maybe it's just a blowtorch is how he wrote this, I'm not sure. But so I thought this would be good for Ada Lovelace. This is like the she's not Miss American Dream, she's Miss British Dream, but I'm Miss American Dream, doing the wave. So this is actually from Pride 2021 to commemorate that, actually. So yeah, I'm really hoping we can go see them this coming year sometime. One of my goals is for next year's PAX. Actually, we might be able to visit them either just before or just after, because I have PAX Unplugged. They do a big gay like dinner thing, and was talking to one of the organizers for that, and the Tabletop Gamers with a Y, that nonprofit organization has a presence there at PAX as well. So PAX is kind of at the top of my list of like bigger conventions for us to go to first. because I know so many people that go to it every year. So that would be fun. And I've never been to Philly. I want to see if they actually do have garbage plates there. Do you know about this thing about garbage plates, Tim? Have you ever had a garbage plate? There can only be one Miss American Dream 2021. That's right. Okay, don't make me get out my crown and bitch slap you with it. Yeah, garbage plates are delicious. So I don't know if they're just a Rochester thing. I think they have them in Buffalo too. Yeah, but I mean, Rochester. Okay, guys. Well, I gotta get going. Rich, by the way, you can just start heading over, by the way, because clearly I'm done. An hour and a half, that's pretty good. So, until tomorrow, tune in tomorrow for more fun. And then I will be doing Ada Lovelace Saves Christmas on Christmas Eve. I'll be doing it at the same time, early afternoon, but I think that'll be more evening, East Coast time. So I think people will probably be busy doing something else, but I thought it'd be fun to do an actual like Christmas themed thing. So, oh yeah, I told you, I want to get another garbage plate. It's like, yeah, they're so good. Okay, well, and the stream counter won. Bye, guys.